What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I'm going to talk a little bit about a story that I did, and I'm going to follow up on it. You know, and it's good news to a bad situation. This gentleman up here that you see pictured is out of Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. This guy's name is Clemmy Livingston Jr. He's a pastor at his own church. And last month, I did the story. This man was shot in his face trying to stop someone from stealing one of his church members' vehicles right before service. They drove off, and in the midst of them driving off, fired a shot out the car and hit the man in his face. Since then, during this man's recovery, which you will see, he's lost part of his jaw, has 2 more surgeries planned, and has trouble eating. You know, when I did this story, it hurt my heart because, you know, besides it being a senseless act, a cowardice act, in my opinion, you know, his family was there to see, you know, the result of the negligence of some street dudes. Take a look at this story, and he says a couple of things I really want to make light of in my commentary. Take a look.
I cannot explain how it happened. All I know once I was struck.
Only on Fox 13, for the first time, we're hearing tonight from the pastor shot outside of his Memphis church last month. Reverend Clemmy Livingston Jr. was shot in the face during a carjacking just minutes before his morning service, February the 25th. Now home from the hospital, he says he has a new calling. Tonight, the pastor is sharing his story only with Fox 13's Sierra Jordan.
Pastor Livingston has a long road to recovery after being shot here outside his church. Now, I sat down with the pastor and his wife about the moments leading up to the shooting and his condition now. They both agree this is a life-changing experience, and they're on a mission to stop youth violence right here in the community.
I cannot explain how it happened. All I know once I was struck.
It was a traumatic and unexpected experience for this South Memphis pastor 2 weeks ago. Pastor Clemmy Livingston was shot in the face during a carjacking outside his New Zion Field Baptist Church.
While I was waiting for the paramedics, all I could see, I kept asking myself right away, I'm going to be dead in a few minutes, because I was losing blood at a record rate and everything, but I held on to my belief.
Livingston says his life could have ended, but he's grateful to be alive today. But it will be a long road to recovery as he deals with losing part of his jaw, which makes it hard to eat.
I want us to be as happy as we were. And so I can kind of make the rice go just a little bit more down. And yesterday it was greens and dressing. Before that it was cabbage, but it was all for eating. I asked him how was it. He said it tastes just like it's supposed to taste.
After living in Memphis for more than 60 years, Pastor Livingston says the senseless gun violence needs to end. He says his plans are to bring church leaders, city officials, and the community together to create more educational resources, jobs, and extracurricular activities for youth.
Give them something to do. Don't steal my car, buy your car. And everything. So many of these households at home, they don't have a father or nothing in the home. No. So we have to look at all this.
Pastor Livingston said he has 2 more surgeries until he has a full recovery. Now, I did reach out to Memphis police about an update on this investigation. They say they have no suspects in custody, but the investigation continues. Now, if you have any information on the shooter, please reach out to Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. In South Memphis, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
All right, guys, that's the story. And Luckily, Pastor Livingston survived that ordeal. And I know it got to be crushing to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this man is 71 years old. Been a Memphis resident for 60 years. So he must have moved there when he was 11. Basically, Memphis is all he knows and loves. For him to stay there and try to make a difference in his community through the word of God to people. Now, this guy right here was struck with a bullet as some people drove away trying to steal a Camaro at that time. I want you to really think about this. This man's 71 years old. Definitely been on the planet longer than those that tried to steal the car. And the car they stole wasn't even, 3 to 4 years old. I think they said it was 2019, 2000. It was a recent car. Let's think about it. The numbers don't even add up. I wonder if, he wasn't a man of God, what he really wanted to say. If he would have said what he really wanted to say, because he said something that was powerful, and I don't know if a lot of you guys caught it. He said, most houses ain't homes. And that's true. He said, no fathers in the home. And I want you guys to understand something. A lot of people out here, and it's something a lot of people don't want to talk about. Men are important in households. They are. I don't know where this whole narrative or where this whole movement of I don't need no man to raise a kid and all of that stuff. I mean, circumstances do happen to where, you lose the father of your child. But it shouldn't be more voluntary than anything to exclude the man outside of a relationship. That's another subject, but I mean, this is something that's true because you're starting to see the result of this I'll raise this baby by myself mentality out here in the world. And it's not just in Memphis, it's nationwide. Regardless of if the father's in a child's life or not, or he, temporarily speaks with the child, his presence, familiarity with who your father is, a lot of times goes a long way with a child's development. I don't know the situation with these bastards that did this, but it's messed up. You pointed a gun at an old man, pulled the trigger as you were already getting away, just to prove a point of how tough you are. Get no respect from me or anybody else out here. That was some cowardly, cold stuff. This man can't even eat right. You see him with the brace on his face, holding his bones in place. Man said he was bleeding so much he didn't think he was going to make it. Probably more blood than he's seen in his life. You know how hard it is to keep it together? Your face is in shambles. People screaming and crying around you. Your wife right there. He had his grandsons and stuff there. They were in the other video I showed. Seeing you like that. He said, resources. Need more resources. Give these young people, the community, the resources they need. The jobs, give them more jobs. Give them activities. They need things to do. Okay. A while ago, that might have been a good idea with the mentality a long time ago. The mentality now, self-destructive, crash and burn types. You know what I'm saying? Those that dwell in wreck and creation, this don't apply to them. And that's the thing. We're trying to use old solutions to new problems, and it doesn't line up. It doesn't. Resources, jobs, activities do not fix the mentality of these modern young folk. It doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, just seeing him like that bothers me. It does. The older you get, the harder it is to go up under the knife in surgery because anesthesia plays a takes a toll on your body. A lot of people don't know that. You know, my grandfather was 96. He needed a knee replacement 5 years ago. They like, we can't even put you under anesthesia, Mr. Washington, because you may not wake up. This man is 71. Everybody's health constitution is different. Just him going and getting help could have cost him his life on that table. God forbid it didn't. But I mean, just the senselessness and just the willingness to just point a gun at anybody, regardless of their age, and pull that trigger with conviction is startling to me. And it's scary. And I hope this guy makes a good recovery. And shout out to his wife and family, man. They rallied around him, and he's here. His wife right by his side. Got to give her a salute. She's trying to make the most of this tragedy and getting back to normal. Most houses are not homes. I remember meeting girls, and they had teenage kids. Kids come in the house, sometimes don't even speak, go in their room. No adult, motherly, parental interaction. You don't know what kid doing in the room. It's like they're left to their own devices. It's like they're living on their own practically already, and their room is their apartment. I'm like, yo, you don't talk to your kids, you don't this, you don't that, you don't. It's a lot going on, man, in these homes, in these houses. Lots missing. I just wanted to say that. I'm glad Mr. Clemmy Livingston Jr. is making a recovery. I has 2 more surgeries. And, you know, let's hope he, you know, recovers. Just minding your business and get you almost killed. Damn shame. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. And may Clemmy Livingston Jr. make a full recovery, man.